Hi, everyone who's coming in, and welcome to Jill Lublin's Kindness Circle. Jill has no internet connection right now, so I am pitch hitting once again to help out with Kindness Circle, which is, of course, something I totally love. And I see people are just beginning to come in. We have 10 people. Nice to see everybody. We have a special guest today, Braxton Kilgo. God, I feel like I'm like a radio DJ. Hey, people, I'll spin some tunes next. Let's see. Jennifer, Alexi, Betty, nice to see you all. Um, who else is coming in? Let's see. I just see a few people here. Anyway, the first thing we usually do is start talking about practices of kindness that we've done. Jill usually asks for the last 48 hours, but sometimes if I didn't do anything that was felt particularly kind in the last 48 hours, I think of other things as well. So if you'd like to post in the chat, what kind of kindnesses have you been practicing? So I'll tell you a fun one I did yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment for my little Thumbelina Thumbkin. And after my appointment, I decided I would treat myself to breakfast at this organic, yummy restaurant I live outside of Reno. And I saw a lady, elderly lady, sitting with an elderly man. I was sitting by myself, and she had her arm in a sling, a big blue sling. So when I was paying for my meal, I slipped 10 extra dollars to my waitress and said, "Can you just, apply that to their bill anonymously after I leave?" And I love doing that pay it forward kind of thing. It just, I just left there going, "Oh boy, oh goody." But there was a twist that happened because this restaurant, you get to leave your phone number so you get points moving towards another meal. Well, they called me later in the day and said I hadn't paid for my meal, but I had paid everything in cash. I had no proof of it. But then the manager had said they were going to comp me, which is kind of funny. So even though I had paid for it on their side, they were doing their act of kindness. It's kind of funny. So let's see. Mary Beth is saying, post your conscious acts of kindness in the past few days here in the chat. Braxton says, I've been giving I Believe in You bracelets away each morning to the person at the store who checks me out with my drinks for the day. Halise starting the National Youth Moment with U.S. Army and Air Force to honor heroes everywhere. She's a founder of the Blue Ribbons Worldwide, uniting humanity through the power of love. If you don't know about Halise Bridges project, definitely just Google Halise Bridges, Grandma Sparky, and find out about her phenomenal project that has touched the lives of, I was going to say thousands of people, but I'm going to say hundreds of thousands of people by now. Betty Lee made a 6-minute video on happiness tips as a certified happiness trainer. Very nice. That goes along with the first book I wrote, Crappy Too Happy. Jennifer attended trainings and informational events on how to help my immigrant friends and neighbors here in New York City. Very nice. So, I just love all the different ways that kindness manifests. And Jill asked me to wish everybody a belated International Kindness Day. Mary Beth, do you know what day that was?
November 13th.
November
It was last
13th.
Thursday.
Okie dokie. November 17th, my birthday. I just hit the big 7-0. Okay, uh, Jordan, spreading kindness through building, suke.com, turning neighbors, helping neighbors into donations for nonprofits. Wow, that's really cool. I'm working on a project right now. I just finished writing my next book, and it's called Bald, B-A-L-D, Bald Courage to Help Chemo Patients. And I want this book gifted to chemo patients. I went through chemo, breast cancer, radiation back in 2012. Chemo is the hardest thing I ever went through. And so I wrote this book and I want it gifted to chemo patients. So I'm pairing donors with recipients, and the donors are nonprofits or businesses or individuals who want to donate towards it so that the book can be gifted. And Alexi, who's on our call, is featured in the book, maybe some other people as well. Anyway, I think we're probably at time now to introduce our speaker. Is that correct? Mary Beth? Yes, good. So I want to introduce you to Braxton Kilgo. And Braxton, I know nothing about you. So let us know who you are. Obviously, you're involved with kindness. Tell us about you and what you're up to. And Mary Beth just posted bio information.
Awesome. Well, Randy, thank you for opening up the floor here, and thank y'all for having me on today. I'm glad to be here. But yeah, I mean, there's the bio over here, but the short version is I grew up in a real small town in Texas, and I was chasing the football dream and got injured. And once that happened, I had to kind of figure out who I was and what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be. And I kind of found entrepreneurship, and once I stepped into that, I just decided to start building brands that had purpose. And ever since then, I dropped out of college twice, and I've just been building brands ever since. And luckily, the brand that I work for or own and run full time now is called I Believe in You. And I've been building it since I was 19, and I'm 30 now. And now I work here full time and use my other businesses to fund it. And it's the coolest thing I've ever got to be a part of.
And tell us about I Believe in You. What is it?
Yeah, yeah. So we make bracelets that say I believe in you on them. And so the purpose of them is that you wear them with the intention to give them away to other people. So it's all about spreading small acts of kindness. And it came from me speaking at a middle school when I was 19. And there's a whole long story to it, but the short version is the principal called me about 24 hours before I was supposed to be there and told me she's really excited that I was coming, but she wanted to let me know what some of these kids are going through at school and at home. And I had wrote the wrong speech, and I was very nervous because after she told me what they were going through, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not qualified. I don't know the answers. I definitely wrote the wrong speech. So I frantically rewrote a new speech. And because I had a little label printer for one of my companies at the time, I printed out these little stickers that said, I believe in you. And I told the kids that those stickers weren't theirs, that they could trade it with the person next to them, give it to somebody in the hallway, or give it to their favorite teacher, or go home and give it to your mom, your dad, your brother, your cousin, give it to your neighbor or the mailman. But find somebody and take that message that I gave you today and go give it to somebody else. And I left and kind of felt like, okay, nothing too bad happened. Nobody asked for anything too crazy. I think I made it through. And about 2 days later, the principal called me back, and she was just like, Braxton, these kids are being nicer to each other in the hallway, nicer to our staff, making new friends. We've had dozens of parents call. And basically in that moment, I kind of laughed that they did that with my ugly little stickers that I gave them. And I thought, man, how cool would that be if I did this at every school? And it just compounded into, from schools to kids to I just realized, man, it only takes 5 seconds and 4 words to change somebody's day and potentially change their life. And I want to do this more. And I kicked it off then, and it was really, really awesome. Went all around the world, and there's a big technology component, so that's why it's taken me so long to get it to where it is now. But what makes them really special outside of the fact that you wear them with the intention to give them away to other people is we created a mobile app that connects with each bracelet. So let's say, Randy, I took one off and gave it to you today. You could just touch your phone to your wrist, and it would pull up like a picture or a video with a caption from me to you. So I get to leave whatever message on there that I want to give to you, Randy. And then you have the opportunity to leave a message for the next person. So when you get a bracelet, you can see all of the cities and countries it's been to, all of the people and the stories and how many people have been impacted. And then once you give it away, you get to watch where it travels around the world and see how many people get impacted from your small acts of kindness.
Can't even fathom all the technology that you put into this, but you're getting applause.
I see
Uh,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that is absolutely fantastic.
thank you.
Wow.
And now, so it started in a middle school. So we continued to build speaking in schools. So we now speak in hundreds of K through 12 schools and colleges all around the country every year with our speaking tour. And then we're about to launch our e-commerce side of the business here December or January. And then we have like a B2B side of the business where we collaborate with other organizations that we believe in what they're doing, and we help them launch a campaign or like a mission or a movement just like ours, but inside their business for their causes.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, and this is all your brainchild.
Well, I've been working on it for 10 years and I've had thousands of conversations. I would say the part of it that I got to play was the frantic, nervous, scared rewrite of a speech. And I happened to print these little stickers. And from there, the kids ran with it. And then from there, it honestly took on a life of its own. And I've luckily just been able to kind of steer the ship a little bit, but it moves because of all the other people and all the other people's ideas. It's been awesome.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal project, really phenomenal. So I think we're about to go into breakout rooms. And is that true, Mary Beth? Are we around that time?
We still have, I mean, if Braxton has anything else he'd like to share, we still have a good 3 or 4 minutes left.
Okay.
Otherwise, we can move on to breakouts, the first round of breakouts.
Yeah, I mean, I could say a few more things. I see that Lynn, you just said like how could we be involved? And also thank you for the kind words there. So there's a few different ways. I mean, on one level, I think once we launch like the e-commerce side, like obviously just buying bracelets and giving them away is one way to do that. But we also have opportunities for people to like sponsor schools or like be a part of our tour or speak at our tour with us. And then on the B2B side, whether you have a nonprofit or I imagine with the frame of this call and everything we're talking about, it seems like everybody here believes in positivity and kindness and probably spends some of their time,
Yeah.
taking action on that. And so, anybody that's interested, we could definitely, for one, I can send some more information, but we have the collaboration side where we work with nonprofits, behavioral health companies, schools, sports teams, conferences. We work with a lot of speakers and authors. And so all of the things that we do on the collaboration side is, we kind of have like a baseline of things that we can do, but we always base it on your company, your mission, your initiative, what kind of stuff you have coming up for the year. And we can kind of build something custom to basically help you launch a really cool product, but also, there's revenue streams. We can attach causes to it. There's a lot of fun stuff that we can do. So that one, if anybody wants to have a conversation about that, we definitely can.
Yeah. Excellent. So do you have a question for all of us who are going into breakout rooms to discuss?
Hmm. I would say maybe one question that we could go over is, whenever I talk about, making, with your business, how do you make your business more kind? Like, how do you implement that either internally or just as a business as a whole? I think maybe this isn't really a question, but I was curious of like, what ways that you guys are implementing some sort of kindness or cause or give back, whether that be in your business or just in your personal life. I think that would be awesome to talk about.
Very, very good. So Mary Beth is going to assign rooms.
Yes, I've got those ready. And Braxton, I have you in a room as well if you'd like to join some of our attendees.
Yeah,
Excellent.
let's do it. Let's do it.
And how much time do we have?
The breakout is for 12 minutes, and there's essentially 4 people, 3 to 4 people per room. So you'll have about 2 minutes per piece with a little extra time.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, everybody. I will see you back here in 12 minutes. Randy, pick a room.
Okay, I will. Hi, everyone. I hope you had as wonderful a time as as we did in our group. And I'd love to hear some shares. Who would like to share? Raise your physical hand or your emoji hand
Yeah.
or chat. Who would like to share?
Jordan, I see Jordan.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, I was just really touched by Osha's words, and Osha had a really interesting perspective on the power of words and people's energy and how we share. And it was just the word use, right? And using kindness in your business. And it was just a little bit of a reframe, but I think it's so important. Um, I've always said sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will always hurt worse, you know? So
Uh,
it's just it's always interesting when you hear someone's perspective on that, you know, and the attention to detail with that. So I was impacted. So thank you.
Thank you. Who else would like to share? Elise, unmute yourself.
Yes, indeed. I want to first say that this is my first time here and a longtime friend of Jill's and awesome. But I want to just, for my group, I just want to say, I may not remember everybody's name, but I want to say Katrine, she's a harpist. And I was thinking that, oh my God, she brings so much soul to us just with that quiet music when you're all stressed out and you want to hang out with somebody that'll just give you a cup of tea. And then Margarita was all about singing. And what was so cool about it is she's starting a band. And and I just went, well, my God, I get to see her. And who is it? Oh my God, I forgot your name. You're a wonderful person. But they said, why don't you bring goats into it? And I thought that was so hysterical. You bring goats, and I said, "Hey, why don't you get on Tiki Taki and go and bring a goat and do your band music, and it'll go viral." And I just want to, I thank Randy for facilitating this. And if I didn't remember everybody, I took a picture so I could say the names. And Braxton, you're a hero of heroes, and I want to contact you. And I left you a message on chat.
Thank you so much.
So, Elise, you've given out how many ribbons?
So we estimate 100 million people have our "Who I Am Makes a Difference" message worldwide, and that's because of my story in Chicken Soup, because of all the people that have been honored, like Braxton with your I believe in you. It's just started like that. So it's been made into a television movie, and then it was in a documentary with Jack Canfield, and it's now we're going for 1 billion in by 2034. So Braxton, I want to talk to you because what we're doing is, I'm 83 and you're much younger, and you've done stuff in technology I have no clue about. And I think that there's a good matchup. It's kind of play in the sandbox together. How about that?
I would love that. I would love that.
Okay, good.
Very cool. So, Lynn, unmute yourself, please.
I just wanted to thank Braxton for sharing this great cause that he has. And Elise, your mission really parallels what Braxton is doing in a different way, maybe, but it has the same effect of a kindness.
Absolutely.
I wanted to thank Randy for taking over for Jill. Boy, I don't know if you've done this before, but you're good at it.
Yeah. 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 Jill and I have been very good friends for like 30 years. And I actually introduced her to her husband, Steve, like 30 years ago. And we have an agreement. As long as it works out, I take full responsibility. If it doesn't work out, I have nothing to do with
That's
it.
right.
Yeah. So far, so good. So far, so good. What I did not know when I matched them up, though, is that they have the same birthday, the actual day, different years, but the same birthday. I thought that was pretty wild. So anyway, who else? Someone else had their hand raised. Betty Lee. Betty.
Yes. So I'm a certified happiness trainer by Marcy Shemhoff. who wrote this international bestseller, Happy for No Reason. And during the holiday season, which should be a joyous time, yet many people may be lonely or feel depressed. So I have 3 simple tips to share with you that you can share with others. Number 1, smiling instantly lifts your mood and others. Number 2, think of one thing you're grateful for and share your win with others. Number 3, think of 5 things you do that bring you joy or joy to others. Okay, so that's very simple, right? Smile. Um, think of one thing you're grateful for. And I think someone said she always praises the grocery checkout clerk and so forth. So that's free too, praise and compliments, because when you make the other person feel good, that could, like Randy, pay it forward, right? So it could be a ripple effect.
Right.
And then the third thing, think of 5 things you do that bring you joy or joy to others. Somebody like to bake and give out their delicious treats to others. Isn't that a great thing? So I
Yes.
just wanted to share those. It's not only for seniors, it's for everyone. And not only during the holidays, but anytime.
Thank you, Betty. Those are all sweet reminders and great tips. So I believe we're going to go into our second breakout, but first, let's just take a look at the chat. Mary Beth has posted Jill's publicity challenge. It's December 3rd through 5th, just 1 hour a day over those 3 days for only $1. If you have a business, come to the publicity challenge. You will most definitely learn information. If you want to connect with people in the group, Jill asks that you put your information or get people's contact information from the Skillshare directory, not putting it really in the chat. So use the Skillshare directory, just, click on the link, put your information in. Please never spam the list. If you're reaching out to someone intentionally, do it with intention. You're going for one person or whatever. So just, honor that. And laughter helps too, says Brenda. Yeah, I saw there was an earlier question for Braxton. Do you have any plans to tour the Northeast? Do you have like a schedule or something that people can plug into?
So we tour all over the country. So we're literally everywhere. At the moment right now, I mean we've been doing this for about my partner's been doing it, the guy who runs the speaking side, for about 15 years. I've been doing it for about 10. And we basically just merged our businesses together on the tour side of things. And so we travel all over the US. We've been to a few different countries a few times, but mostly it's just all in the US. So we really cover a bit of everywhere. And right now, like we try to line the tour up so we're not like crossing back and forth across the country all of the time, but we're working on right now getting a corporate sponsor to just cover an entire tour. Because we have a list of probably about 1,500 schools that just in the last 12 plus months that really wanted to be a part of the tour but couldn't afford it. And we do a bunch of them for free as where we can. But we're looking to get a corporate sponsor right now so that we can go to all of them. And when we do that, which should be early 2026 is the goal, then we'll have like a full like schedule and it will be a proper tour where we go across the country in the right order. But right now it kind of just is a little bit of everywhere all the time.
Okay. Well, good. So let's go into our second breakout, our last breakout of the day. And in this breakout, we want to talk about what you're up to, your business, and what acts of kindness could help you, connections that could help you in your business. So, or, just be there for one another. If you have resources, let people know that you can help people. So, Mary Beth, you're going to get everybody into some rooms?
I am, and so we've got two rooms open. There's 5 to 6 of you in each room, so we can let a little bit more Zoom magic happen. And we've got 16 minutes, so that's more than enough time for everybody. And if you are all ready, here we go. And it is really, what do you need next in your business, and what support can you offer to others? It's as simple as that. And I see the Zoom magic happening every single month, and I can't wait to see what happens here. Enjoy, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Would some people like to share? Who would like to share? Raise a hand. Give us a holler. Well, I'll just start by saying I'm very grateful. I lost my voice right in the middle of speaking in our room, and the whole room just held me with such grace and presence and love. Believe me, I appreciated it, and I appreciated all the connections as well. Um, I'm just very, very grateful, and I hope other people are too. Mary Beth just posted next month's circles is Wednesday, December 17th, 10 a.m. Pacific. Invite some people to join us. You see what this is about, and just, I mean, you can't, you have to leave this meeting with a smile on your face. You just have to. Betty's encouraging us to smile, and it just happens naturally. You don't even have to force it. So, okay, Kat.
Hi. I just wanted to build on something from Margarita because the last time she told us about her sound circles, and we threw in, if you're going to have a sound circle, show how that impacts humans and other life. So that's why we threw the goats in last time. Then since she does travel, we thought, well, maybe if she goes to different countries and invites different goats from different countries to her sound circles, wouldn't that be cool? I just wanted to say, because of Braxton's story today, the strangest but most happy accidental ideas come out when you don't plan it. And I just wanted to share the love to everyone in this group because I am just watching all of the energy that's flowing and it's wonderfully positive. Thank you.
Thank you, Kat. That was beautiful. I just wanted to mention Colleen is asking in the chat, is there a registration link for next month? Mary Beth, how does that work? Are people informed?
Once you're registered, you're always registered. So just put in, we meet at the same Zoom link every month, so you can go ahead and add it to your calendar now. And you'll also receive reminders.
Okay, thank you. And Halise, in our last couple of minutes before the top of the hour, unmute, please. And
Sorry. I have one question and an acknowledgement. But my question is, whenever I take a picture of the link to go into the skills, section where we share our skills or something, I don't know how to do it on the email. So maybe somebody could email me and tell me how to, just send me the email for the link. So
Grandma,
I can
we will
do
do
that.
that for you. We have your email. I will do it for you today.
Okay, that's it. And the other thing is, I just want to say about smiles and how much joy I felt in our group, because smiling is the best medicine in the world, and laughter and smiling together. And everybody is about that in this group, and I'm just grateful to that. And I just want to share that that's a blessing for me because we're doing a big smile campaign with Dr. Smiley. And sharing all that with everybody is smiling is just the best for the holidays.
thank you, Halise. Yeah, that's right. Thanksgiving is coming up. I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. It looks like we're at the top of the hour. Any other messages, Mary Beth?
Well, I'm going to spotlight him again. And just another big thank you to Braxton. Thank you so much for joining us. It's
Yeah,
a
you were
pleasure to
wonderful.
meet you. It's an incredible mission that you've got, and we're looking forward to seeing all of your successes going forward.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed being here. This is one of those calls I need to do at about 8 o'clock in the morning because it light me up for the whole rest of the day. But thank you all so much. And any way that I can support you or anything that you have going on, feel free to reach out to me anytime. But I'll be back. This is awesome.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
I want to thank Braxton, Randy, who wasn't feeling the best. Thanks for stepping in. Of course, Mary Beth for all your
Always. That's why I'm
logistics.
here.
And I want to give a plug. Jill's publicity challenge and all her stuff are great. I've been through it more than once.
Yes,
Highly
you have.
recommend. Highly recommend if you
Thank you so
haven't.
much, Betty. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Well, have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep being kind and keep practicing those conscious acts of kindness. We will see you next month, if not sooner.
Thank you. Take care,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Good job.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Buddy.
Have a nice day, everyone.